bit tired, and it's in the middle of the night here in Sydney, but I'm doing great. Thank you.
So that's why we are so thankful to you, because I know it's hectic schedule for you all. Miss World is approaching so fast, and so that's why I think for accepting the invitation and after doing work, so we are honored to have you.
Thank you. Nice. My pleasure to be here.
We won't be taking much time of yours because again, hectic schedule for you all. So it's just kind of, we just want to know about you, and Indian people want to know more about you, because you are surely going to arrive to India very soon in March. Sorry, in Feb, not in March.
No, February. I'm leaving in 1 week. Next Saturday. So I will be arriving.
That's great. Yeah. So how would you introduce yourself to the people watching you from India?
Well, hello everyone, namaste. My name is Stina Nordlander. I'm Miss World Sweden 2023. It's an honor for me to be able to represent my country in the Miss World final that will happen in India, both in New Delhi, and then the final will be in Mumbai. It's going to be a great experience. So me, Stina, I am from Sweden, the north of Sweden. My heritage dates back to the 12th century of only Swedish ancestors. So I'm as Swedish as it can be. More Swedish than IKEA, basically. And I love being out in the nature, playing football, hiking, skiing. I was basically born on skis, so I've been skiing my entire life.
That's great.
Just a happy girl who's taking her master at the moment in Sydney.
Oh, that's great. That's great. We are blessed to have you here. And of course, I think it's a one-time, lifetime experience for all of you, because Miss World is such a big competition. And to wear the sash of your country over there and to represent your country, it's such a huge responsibility for you all.
Definitely, it is, and I'm extremely honored to have this opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to meeting the other girls. I see that a few of my competitor, my future friends, they're all in this live looking, so can't wait to meet you all.
That's great, and we can't wait to welcome you all in India. First of all in New Delhi and then Mumbai. I'm staying in New Delhi right now, so I might be seeing you all in the airport.
Lovely.
And then I will be coming to Mumbai for Miss World Finals, and I can't wait to see face to face.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
Yes. So yeah, I'm waiting for this competition for so long, because I'm such a huge Miss World fan, because unfortunately it was getting delayed for so months for some reasons, but now it's finally happening. So I think the question that comes is, how are you feeling right now to have the final confirmation of Miss World? Because it was getting delayed for so many reasons. I think from July to December, then December to Feb, now finally it's happening. So how are you feeling?
Well, for me, I got appointed as Miss World Sweden in October last year, 2023. So I haven't actually been waiting that long. First, when it was to be held in the beginning of 2023, Sweden wasn't going to send anyone because we hadn't had a national final. So for me, for being delayed from November and now being in February, I'm actually quite happy, because it made me have more time to prepare, getting ready, making sure I have everything. And so for me, it's actually been better to be able to be prepared more. But I'm super excited, and especially now I'm leaving in 1 week. I have so much to do. I haven't even started packing, and all the dresses that need to fit in a few suitcases. It's going to be a puzzle, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think this time of for you all is going to be something like that. It's hectic. It's a lots of work to be done. But at the same time, it's a huge excitement. It's huge excitement because, because India is hosting Miss World after 28 years. The last we hosted Miss World was in 1996. So And we have so many Miss World winners from India. So I think Miss World is such a pageant competition that is so popular in India. And right now the excitement in India is so much that we can't wait for Miss World to get started.
No, it's so exciting to come to India. And for me, I've been to India before. So for me, coming back to India is just going to be, I'm really looking forward to it. I love the Indian culture and the fashion in India. It's the multicolored dresses is just gorgeous.
So have you tried some Indian food also? Like, is there something that you love about Indian food?
Well, I do like the different curries and a lot of the flavors that you use. However, I'm a bit weak when it comes to spicy food. I cannot eat spicy food. Last time when I visited India, I lived on white plain rice and naan bread for a week because my stomach couldn't take the Indian food. But now I've gotten more accustomed to more spicy food, and I really like all the different curries that you have in the chicken food. Is just amazing.
Yes, and if I get the opportunity to meet you, I will surely recommend you. I will surely offer you the best that India can give to you. In terms of sweet, we have jalebi. In terms of sweet, we have rasgulla. We have gulab jamun. There are so many sweets, and most importantly, because you are going to be in Mumbai, I will recommend you vada pav. That is a very popular street food in Mumbai, India. It's kind of bun, and there's a potato ball inside it, and that's the green sauce inside it. So it's yummy.
Yes, for sure. If we get the opportunity, we will most likely try it.
Yes. So Miss World is all about the Beauty with a Purpose project, BWAP. I think that is the core part of Miss World because this is something that makes Miss World quite unique as compared to other competitions. So can you please tell us something about your BWAP?
So my Beauty with a Purpose is called Swedish for Everyone. It started back in 2015 when the war broke out in the Middle East. And Sweden got a lot of immigrants, and more than we could handle actually. And so it was a long queue for immigrants to be entered into the Swedish school system and the SFI, Swedish for Immigrants. So I started working together with a few asylum accommodation and teaching Swedish. So I created a YouTube channel where I teach Swedish, and it has gone viral across just the local accommodations and across borders from Sweden. My viewers are mostly asylum seekers in Sweden, but also their followers from their home countries. So I'm working together with accommodations to promote the Swedish language and make people feel more welcomed into the Swedish society. And during a few of the crises and when we had a lot of immigrants coming at the same time, I also did raising funds to be able to buy school supplies for the children, and also collecting clothes to be able to give to different accommodations, winter clothes, because in Sweden during winter it gets really cold and we have a lot of snow, and a lot of the immigrants that come to Sweden doesn't have any winter clothes. So basically just promoting awareness about language barriers, but also being able to give more to newcomers and promoting diversity that is coming to Sweden as well, because I believe that language is the key to human connection, and for everyone to feel welcome to Sweden and to have this connection to the Swedish society, I wanted to promote and help with the Swedish language.
That's great. That's great. And I think your BWAP is the representation of cultural diversity and inclusion in a way also, because right now we are living in a world where it's not just about our culture, because if you talk about my perspective, I am open to learn about different cultures, and we all should, because we are living in a globalized world. So as much as we can learn about different cultures, it's going to be beneficial for us, right?
Definitely. I believe that if we find a better way to work together between different cultures and between different class societies, I believe that we can achieve greatness. And if we do combine our efforts, we can help so many more people.
Exactly. So, talking about Miss World, before that, how did you enter Miss World Sweden competition? Was it like kind of planned or something that you dreamt of when since you were a child, or was it something happened all of a sudden and you got the opportunity to compete?
Well, it was a bit all of a sudden. I did pageants a few years back, and I sort of put it on the shelf for a while. But now I did get the opportunity to enter into the Swedish national competition. So I did enter, and it turned out that they elected me as a winner. And I was not prepared for that, but I'm greatly honored to represent Sweden in Miss World. But it wasn't really part of my plan. But it is now.
Yes, and I think destiny plays a very important role because it was not the part of your plan earlier, but you were appointed because it was destined to happen in your destiny to represent your country at Miss World. And I think it's such a huge responsibility because if we talk about pageants, so Miss World comes at number one because it's one of the I think it's the oldest pageant and it's such a huge pageant and most importantly the number of countries in at Miss World is the most. Like most countries participate at Miss World, so it's such a huge thing.
Yes, no, definitely. The first year the Miss World was ever held in 1951, it was actually a Swedish person who won.
Yes.
Kiki Håkansson, and the year after in 52, it was also a Swedish Marie-Louise Flodin who won.
Yes.
But now Sweden hasn't won since 1977 when Mari Stavin won. So I think it's time for Sweden to be put back on the map.
Yeah, after 47 years, Sweden can win, and why not? Sweden, why? Yeah, I think Miss World is such a competition. I think it's not about that how many times have you won or how whether you have won or not. I think it's about individuality. It's about how much prepared you are to take the responsibility of the organization and to be the face of the organization, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. To being able to represent and present as an ambassador, present the Miss World organization, for sure.
Exactly. So I think, of course, you do have the caliber, so that's why you have been appointed as Miss World Sweden.
Yeah.
So we want to surprise if Sweden wins this year also.
Yeah, for sure. And I do believe that Miss World is a sort of competition that really promotes more about the women, the inside of every woman, like what do we bring to the table, what can we do for a better world, especially with the Beauty with a Purpose segment, but also that it is this year we're promoting the G20 summit where we are uploading, talking about a global issue. I did my speech on climate change, and to be able to use Miss World as a platform to take your stand and talk about issues that is occurring around the world, I think that is really great. And by Julia Morley to create this version of the pageant, it really makes Miss World stick out from the rest of the crowd, like stick out from the different pageants we already have. And I think it's making Miss World becoming more than just a beauty pageant. Miss World is a brand that's no longer just about beauty, but also about people and how we can help and how we can use Miss World organization as a platform to help around the world.
Exactly. I think Miss World is not just a competition, it's not just a pageant, it's a brand. It's a legacy of a brand that has worked so long. So yeah. One of the questions that I got for you was that what are your hobbies? I mean, like, what do you do to love? Cooking,
So
dancing, singing.
I sing a lot and I play the piano. So I love to
Okay.
just sit down with the piano and sing a few tunes, but also go to the gym. I played soccer for 15 years, so soccer is a big part of my life.
Oh my God, that's
And
great.
yes, and I love just hanging out with my friends and family. Well, right now my family is on the other side of the world, but I try to FaceTime them as often as I can, just so I can keep updated with what's happening in Sweden and with my family. But I would say working out, gym, and playing sports, hanging out with friends and family, playing music and sing is probably my favorite hobbies, but I also do a lot of sewing. So I do
Okay.
embroidery, sew as much as I can as well.
Like, that's such a wholesome package of talent. I mean, like,
Well,
I think that's great to know. Like, I really like when people do so many things and they are good in so many things. So because I can also learn from that thing. Because, for example, one of my friend, do a very great ramp walk. Like, he is such a great ramp walker. So when I used to watch his videos years back, so I used to be like, I need to learn these things also. So I'm just trying my best.
it's a good way
Sorry.
of learning. It's a good way of learning
Yes.
by
Yes.
watching your friends,
Exactly.
for sure.
Yeah, so I really like to adopt the talent of other people so that I can have something in my itinerary.
Yes. No, it's true. You want to have something to do
Yes.
most of the times. And in between work, I'm also taking a master's degree, so I have a lot of studying to do. So I don't really have that much time over for my hobbies, but I try to take a few days or a few hours a week just to do what I love and just to keep my sanity.
I think that's such a great thing because to keep yourself busy is such a wonderful thing. You don't have time to think about negative things. You are just keeping yourself busy. You get to learn something. You are always positive in state of mind. So yeah, that's cool.
That is true.
So one question that we have for you, and I think for everyone, I have done live with Miss World Queens. That who's your favorite Miss World? Of course, I think Miss World winners from Sweden are gonna be, but other than Sweden winners, who's your favorite Miss
Well,
World?
for me, since I can't say any Swedish person, but of the Swedish person, I think Mari
Yeah.
Stavin, who also played the Bond chick in Octopussy. I think she's a badass woman. She's
Yeah.
done a lot of great things. But my favorite is the 2000s Priyanka Chopra. Because I think she
Yeah.
has done so much after winning Miss World, both to promote her country and people from her country, and just changing the awareness and the view of Indian women in the Hollywood business as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I think Priyanka Chopra really has changed a lot and really used the platform, Miss World platform, and her winnings to the better for a lot of people, not just for herself, but for a lot of people.
Yes. So you won't believe I have asked this question to previous queens also. I have done live with of Miss World this edition, and everyone has answered the same one. Priyanka Chopra. Literally.
Really?
Yes.
It might be that since the Miss World is coming to India, I think all of us girls, has started to think and learn more about the previous Indian winners.
Yes.
But I also believe that Priyanka Chopra has done so much and been published so much recently as well that it makes us remember her more. But if I was allowed to say Swedish winners, I would have said Mari Stavin.
Yes.
So That's my original one.
Of course, I think all the winners from our country are so close to our heart. And talking about Priyanka Chopra, I think why her victory at Miss World was so special to Indians because it was the back-to-back victory for India, and I think it was the first back-to-back victory at Miss World ever.
Sweden did it in 1951 and 1952.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, yeah. Second back-to-back victory after Sweden. So that is why I think the victory of Priyanka Chopra is so special to us. And most importantly, I think she has done so much, not just in as Miss World. I think even after she did her movies in Bollywood and she came to Hollywood. And I think I was watching one of her interviews. It took her 10 years in Hollywood to get her first movie, regardless of the fact that she was already a global star. So I think her hard work was out of this world.
Yeah. And when she eventually got that first movie, it just started to roll for her. But so she had to put in so much extra work before that other Hollywood stars didn't have to do. So I believe she really set a pathway for more women, and especially more women from Asia overall, to go the same way as she has.
Yes. So I think we won't be taking much time of yours. You have just come from work. So last question that we have for you is that just suppose you have entered top 3 of Miss World, and you are on the final stage of the competition. You have answered the Q&A. So Miss Julia Morley is announcing the results in descending orders. So now second runner-up, first runner-up, and then winner. Suppose you have entered top 2 also. So I will be announcing the results over here, and you have to react. What if you win Miss World? How would you give your winning reaction?
I think I would be. It's gonna be.
Can we try? Like I will be announcing Miss World is Sweden, and you have to react. All right?
I can't hear you. You disappeared. Something happened with your microphone.
Yeah.
Now you're back. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna announce Miss World is Sweden, and you have to react. Okay? Yeah. Miss World 2024 is Sweden.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I will probably start crying, but it's a bit hard to do that right now.
Will you cry on stage?
If I win, most definitely.
Yeah.
I think I would cry either way, wherever I place, because I'm just extremely honored and happy to be a part of the Miss World.
Yes, and I think it's going to be such an amazing thing if Sweden wins.
Definitely.
Like, who knows? Finger crossed.
We will know in a month.
Yes, on 9th of March, we will get to know. So that's all from our side. Before we end this live, would you want to say something?
Well, I would just like to say thank you to everyone that's been watching. Thank you for making this interview with me and this live. It's been an honor, and I am just so grateful to be able to represent Sweden, my home country, in the Miss World 2023 in 2024. But it's going to be an amazing experience, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all of the other girls, women, and thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing experience. So before I think you started this live, So unfortunately, we could not do that. So when we will be ending this live, you have to save the live so that we can post the clips of this live. And I think audience is gonna love this live because it was short, but it was natural and happy live. So you have to save the live as soon as you end this live.
I will do that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us, and it was an honor to have you. Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste. Bye.